In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at how you can solve stoichiometric problems by mass and molar mass. During this video, I'm going to be referring to this mastery guide, which you can get for free from sciencescribe.co.nz. It has a list of steps which you can follow so you can solve these problems by yourself. For this video, I'll also be looking at the right-hand side of that page, which has a practice question, which I'll be referring to. 4.32 grams of methane is completely combusted with excess oxygen. What's the mass of water produced? The first step to solving this type of problem is to read the question and look for the species with the known mass. So there's oxygen being referred to and there's methane being referred to. The one we're going to pick is methane because that's the only one with the mass that belongs to it. So n equals little m over big M. We have to know these formulas off by heart. So again, that's 4.32 grams for methane. I need to divide it by its molar mass. So to do that, I've got one carbon atom in CH4, so that's 12 grams per mole. That's shown in orange. I've got 4 hydrogen atoms, so that's 4 times 1 grams per mole. Put the numbers in on your calculator. 3 significant figures comes out as 0.270 moles. The next step is to write a mole ratio. To do that, you have to look at the equation. That's all the equation's used for. I've got CH4. There's no number in front of the CH4, but it's actually a 1. So it's 1 CH4, and I'm comparing it with water because that's what the question is asking for. So there is 2 moles of water in the equation, so that's shown in red. I've got a 2 in front of the H2O in my ratio. Step 3 is to change that ratio into equation, and to do that we take the colon, change it to an equal sign. The CH4 becomes NCH4, H2O becomes NH2O. Remember the N, I'll just read as amount of H2O. The NCH4 I could read as amount of CH4. After that, I'm going to swap the numbers around. So 1 times NH2O there, same with the 2 on the other side. Step 4, I'm going to use the answer I calculated in step 1 and substitute it into that equation which I just derived. So I now know how many moles of methane I've got from step 1. I just plug that into the equation we got in step 3 and we solve it on our calculator. Comes out to be 0.540 moles. Remember, we're presenting to 3 significant figures. Step 5, we can finally start answering the question by calculating the mass of water, because now we know how many moles of water we've got produced and we can figure out the molar mass. So little m equals little n times big N. N is just the amount of water, so 0.540 moles, and the molar mass of water, H2O, so that's 2 hydrogen atoms in there, so 2 times 1 grams per mole. That's shown in purple, and there's only 1 oxygen atom in water, so it's just plus 16 in there. Remember to use brackets if you're going to put everything in a single line on your calculator. Put that in and you get 9.72 grams. Remember, we're presenting to 3 significant figures.